Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your pick a card reading for who is your Valentine. There are 3 piles of cards on the table, number 1, number 2 and number 3. And this is a reading to give you some idea of the type of person who's either around you at the moment or coming up in your near future as your significant other, your Valentine, your love interest. So take a deep breath. I love doing that. And see which pile you're drawn to. Just use your intuition. If it's more than one, it's more than one. If it's just one, it's just one. And then scooch to the description box, and I've time-stamped pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Okay, I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Hi, number 1. Right, let's have a look for you. I've not looked myself yet, so... By the way, we are joined by my lovely cat Valentine, herself born on Valentine's Day. And there she is, absolutely zonkers. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay, now I've chosen a mix of oracle cards. I've got Romance Angel oracle cards, I've got Morgan Greer tarot cards, I've got Whispers of Love oracle cards, Chuck Spezzano Enlightenment pack, and also Sonia Coquette Ask Your Guides. This is really interesting. Back in whenever it was, Victorian times, olden days, there are loads and loads of rituals that women, particularly women, but some men I suppose, have used in order to find out who is the one I'm going to marry. And quite weirdly, I'm getting that for you. Now, not in terms of going and doing love spells or stuff like that, but I'm getting a very strong sense of being drawn towards a certain path. We've got the purpose card of Master Teacher. Now this is about gaining enlightenment, and your whole reading seems to be about gaining enlightenment. One thing I get here, Chuck Spezzano Enlightenment cards, we get the Revenge card of Victim. And for me, because this is covered in snow as well, I'm getting the notion of some kind of clearance. You're undergoing at the moment some kind of spiritual clearance, and this will make the path very clear for someone to come into you. Now, on a very in real life, practical, everyday level, I feel like for you, this is someone that you could meet in a learning environment. Okay, a university, particularly a spiritual course or any kind. I mean, it could even be things like using your hands, gardening, carpentry, woodwork, dowsing. Doesn't matter what it is, but it's something that is very, very broadly educational. Because this course not only sends you enlightenment for yourself, but it also opens the way for someone to come in. Over here, Whispers of Love, I've got look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you think. Now this woman is looking into this crystal ball, and I really feel like this is work that you could be doing at home, and that you could literally see your lover in a crystal ball. Now it doesn't have to be a crystal ball, it can be a dream, it can be a fantasy, it can be a meditation, it can be any kind of visualization. But do you remember when I was saying about the Victorians, you know, when they're looking to see someone in the river, or they're looking to see a face? I just almost feel like this person's face comes up to you in quite an esoteric way. But I also feel that the path to this person is extended practically through learning, knowledge, education, night classes, day classes, groups, learning, libraries, universities, that kind of thing. At the same time, you are doing some healing and repair work. Some of you have been stung by the Magician in the past. I've got the Magician in the reverse here. Often an air sign, for me often Aquarius, but can be any type of person in the past, and this is why you also get this revenge card. Someone in the past basically was not who they said they were. They didn't want what they said they wanted, and you were hoodwinked by somebody. This is about clearance, clearing the snow, okay? Coming to terms with that. Also coming to terms with the idea that the next person doesn't carry that with them. The next person is a clean slate, clearance, okay? Romance Angel Oracle cards, you get forgiving and learning. Literally forgiving, clearing the snow, clearing the slate, and learning in the spiritual sense, in the healing sense, but actually in the actual sense. So you could meet someone from an online learning forum or a face-to-face group, whichever way you want to play it. I don't think it really matters. If you're mixing learning with spirituality, ding, 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 bingo, okay? As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There's a lot of purging, like emotional and spiritual purging going on for you. In the middle of your reading, the Nine of Pentacles, you are learning to be authentic. You are learning to be yourself. And far from setting you up to being single, this is something that opens you up to being truly two individuals in a relationship rather than some element of codependency. Whoever this person is that was before, the Victim card and the Magician card, there was some element of clinginess or codependency because that person was evasive and quite honestly fairly untruthful. This person is going to be somebody whose spiritual enlightenment may be further down the path than you. But as you clear the path, as you clear the snow, that person kind of comes up, they kind of arise. And you think, there you are, okay? You also have heart-to-heart conversations. Now this can be about the subject. So let's say you join a development circle, okay, at a spiritualist church, just an example. And you get partnered with someone, you're doing a learning exercise, and heart-to-heart conversations take place where you expose things about yourself and they expose things about themselves, and you're both vulnerable. Heart-to-heart conversations are going to bolster your inner strength, but also they're going to make this person link up with you, okay? So any groups or educational courses that are to do with the self-realization, anything about divination, but anything where it involves clearing your own emotional path, okay? Counseling or anything spiritual, or even just something, ancient history, something educational, but what you learn in that class educates you about yourself first and clears the way for this person. They could even be a teacher, okay? Then you get engagement. This goes to a higher level of commitment. This is someone with forgiving and learning and heart-to-heart conversations you will get to know as a friend first. You will get to trust as an equal colleague first, or as an equal learner first. They're learning. They may be a little bit further on the path than you, but they're very aware that they're still healing and they're still learning. You're still healing, you're still learning. You two can come together in that way first before it even becomes romantic. And that for me is a much more solid start, okay? Nice one, number one, okay? So get signing on to those classes, okay? If you want a private reading, number one, all my details and everything are in the description box. Do check out my monthly and my daily readings, and do leave me a comment, and happy Valentine's Day from me and from Valentine. Namaste. Hi, number two. Okay, let's have a look for you. Ooh, ooh. Okay, there is a story here, a big story here. Number two. Wow, number 2 is just blown off the table, can I just say? Okay, right, number 2, we need to talk, don't we? Whoa! Right. So I've got a variety of tarot cards. I've got Whispers of Love Oracle cards, Romance Angel Oracle cards. You get, this is Sonia Coquette, Ask Your Guides, Survival. Here is a person in a small wooden rowing boat, okay, surrounded by sharks. Number 2, you are dealing with somebody who in the past deceived you, no question of it. But you are now aware. The survival card comes when you've had a breakup or whatever it is, and instead of being open to new love, which probably was not even possible, you were dealing with the fallout. It could be with a Gemini, or it could have been with a water sign. Your 3 tarot cards, my God, I get the Moon in reverse, which is coming out of a deception. So in other words, you found out. You found out what there was to find out, or you discovered this person wasn't who you thought they were, or they cheated, or whatever the ugly truth was. You discovered it and you moved into survival mode. For some of you, you may have experienced even symptoms of, verging on PTSD. You can't believe what happened with this person, okay? Queen of Wands in reverse, you felt powerless about this. And the Lovers in reverse, okay? No choice. The Lovers used to be called the choice. It also represents Gemini, but more importantly, it represents a choice in love. Now, maybe someone didn't choose you, or maybe you could not carry on with someone. The situation couldn't continue. Okay. Whispers of Love. You get forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Now, I get number 2 because I can see it from these cards that this was a big deal. Okay, this was a huge disappointment. This was a very difficult situation. We've got pay attention to the red flags. We've got deception. For a lot of you, what I feel may happen with the Valentine's Day, okay, is that this person may return. Now, yes, this is a Who is My Valentine reading, okay, but I'm not the kind of tarot reader who is going to sugar the pill, okay? Who I see for you as your potential Valentine is somebody who has hurt you in the past and wants to be forgiven. Now, number 2, the question is, what do you do about that? What do you do about that? Over here we have forgiveness as the card, the Oracle card, Whispers of Love. I'm sorely tempted, and number 2, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to draw a couple more cards for you because I want to. Okay, so number 2. Over here, pay attention to the red flags and deception. There was an element of falsehood about this relationship. And yet this person still wishes to return. Okay. What do we need to know about this Valentine returning? A lot of you are dealing with a water sign. Okay. Number 2. Queen of Cups in reverse. You've been trying to use your intuition about this, and it's not really helping. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when we've been battered and bruised by something, when our heart has been broken, and your heart was broken because when you move into survival mode, whatever happened with this person, feelings of abandonment triggered things from the past. Okay, you went into survival mode. Your intuition about this person is clouded. There's something about them that is able to deceive you in some ways, okay? And you kind of know that about yourself. Then we get the Ten of Swords. They can't hurt you any more than they already did. Ten of Swords is stick a fork in me, I'm done, okay? So if you have a fear that you are the same person that you were when they left you, you are not. You are stronger than that. You are moving out of survival mode. Okay. Three of Pentacles, this is the card of doing the work. The only way it can work with this new person, or this person coming back to offer you a renewed offer of love, okay, which is what I see for Valentine's. And of course, this reading, it's for whenever you need to hear it, okay? It's not literally, it could be on Valentine's Day, to be honest, with this particular one. But it could be any time around the next sort of few weeks. You're moving out of survival mode. You're moving into forgiveness mode. You got the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles means that with the right amount of work, this could be rebuilt very slowly with forgiveness on both sides, no matter what happened on either side, okay? That's the decision you're going to need to make. Now, the Chuck Spezzano card you get is the healing card of joining. This is two people meeting on a bridge. Now, I always say with this card, it's not necessarily 50-50. It may be 90-10, okay? They may have to give 90 and you may have to give 10 in order to meet halfway. Or it could be 60-40 or 99-1%. You know what that is for you. You also get new love. But I feel like this is romantic feelings stirred by this person again. It's a renewed offer of love for you. You may decide for your own sake, obviously you can decide whatever you want. You can decide you're not going to meet up with them. You can decide that there needs to be some kind of healing. I don't like the word closure, so I'm not going to use the word closure. Some kind of joining, even if that's just for a resolution. Or you may decide that within that resolution, with the right amount of work, that there is a way forward for you. Of course, it doesn't all rest with you. Whatever happened with this person in the past was difficult and traumatic, and you very much need to see what they're bringing to the bridge, okay? But until this situation is resolved, I don't see a new love for you in the Valentine. I see this. I see a renewed offer of love. And then the challenge for you is to be able to accept, decline, or work with that offer of love while moving yourself out of survival and into forgiveness mode. Wow, number 2, that is a biggie. If you want a private reading, have a look in the description box. Do check out my monthly readings for your star sign and my daily readings, and do subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi, number 3. Okay, let's have a look for you. Valentine joins us. My lovely cat. She was born on Valentine's Day. So for, oops, very appropriate. Let's just pick up that number that blew on the floor. Ooh, wow. This is good. Oh God, this is brilliant. Right. So, number 3. The person that you're going to meet is not your usual type. Your usual type may be a bit of a player. I got the King of Wands in reverse. This could be an ex, okay? This is a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. But most importantly about the King of Wands, it's someone who knows how to talk to members of the opposite sex. Okay, they're confident, they can dance, they're slinky with the old pelvis, you know, it's a bit of the old how are you doing, you know, the Joey factor. So if you are attracted to the alpha male or the alpha female, that's not who you're going to meet next. Okay, this is somebody who is either long distance from a different country or totally a different type. It may just be that you go for a certain kind of look and they look absolutely different. You know, if you saw a photo of them, you'd never think that you'd be attracted to them. But as a type as well, they are not probably as confident as as what normally lights your touch paper. Got the Page of Swords in the reverse. The Page of Swords can also be quite harsh. Harsh, confident, alpha female, alpha male, whatever it is. This person for me is a much softer prospect. You're not going to be expecting this. You're not going to be expecting to fancy this person. This can be somebody you meet on online dating. It can certainly be somebody who lives outside of your town, outside of your country even. You get here religious factors. Now this is my card. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. That for me is the card of someone who is different to you. Either a different religion or just a different look or a different nationality, okay? That's why I'm saying it could be in a different country. It could be online. You also get calling in your soulmate, which is a fantastic card. Your prayers, your affirmations and your visualizations help to bring you together. If you have been doing, and we are on a new moon, okay, which is a good time to do it, the 4th of February, depending on where you are, new moon in Aquarius. If you are doing prayers and affirmations, if you are calling in your soulmate, if you are practicing that around Valentine's Day, see if you can keep it as broad as possible, because this person is very much outside your usual type, your usual expectations, and whatever your list might be, whatever your kind of ring fence and your remit is for this person, they're nothing like it. You can't even make it up. So if you're doing law of attraction work, just be asking for the kind of love you want to experience and the way you want to feel. Let the universe take care of who they send you, okay? For example, if you're a woman and you like tall men, they could send you someone who's not very tall, but you can't resist them. You know, you're in bed with them and that's it. It's like, boom. By the way, this will be a boom situation, okay? This will be a bit of a... It could even be that you meet them, you don't fancy them, and then you do. And once you do, it's like a wrecking ball. It's like, boom, I really fancy this person. You get the Divine Helpers Exhaustion card. For some of you, it could be that this is so... Some of you are exhausted with looking for your soulmate. Some of you have had enough. Some of you have tried and tried and tried and tried, and you're thinking, why am I still single? Okay. Your Whispers of Love card says you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do, okay? You are also limitless in calling in your soulmate. Don't put any limits on it. I know you're tired of the same old thing. Some of you, and I'm just getting this message, have been ghosted several times, okay? You're tired of that. This person is not like that. They differ from your usual type. You also get, in the middle of this, healing family issues. For those of you that are exhausted with the prospect of love and what's happened to you in the past, it says here your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, but it's also to do with patterns from your childhood that are being attracted into your love life. Now, of course, in miracles, as I always say, love brings up anything unlike itself to be healed. It feels to me with the Limitless card that you're actually, that's been the case for you for a long time, and that you've been attracting the kind of people that have either abandoned you or disappeared, and you've been learning from those lessons, which may make you quite spiritually exhausted. You are now at the point where it's the good bit, where you get to be very open to a different kind of person. This person as well is someone you could meet while doing something extremely out of character for yourself. What could it be? I mean, for some reason I'm getting swimming pools and swimming, okay, for a lot of people. So if you hate swimming, go to a swimming class, go to a swimming pool. Whatever it is that you feel a bit iffy about, or you think to yourself, oh, I'd feel really uncomfortable doing that, give it a try, okay? We're coming up to a new moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is surprises, inventions, and doing interesting new things, okay? So challenge yourself. That's how you're going to be calling this person in. Do stuff that takes you beyond your limit. Chuck Spezzano card, you get the gift card of inspiration. And again, this person is kind of challenging themselves, but something comes to them as an inspiration. This meeting is actually inspired. Calling in your soulmate, you are limitless, inspiration, and then if that's not enough, the Ace of Cups. Boom. Overflowing, big fat love card. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you meet. Someone who differs from your usual type, who you will meet at a place you would not normally be at, behaving in a way you wouldn't normally behave, okay? So be open to any of these possibilities. God, I love that reading for you, number 3. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box. Do subscribe to the channel, number 3, and also check out my monthlies, my dailies, and anything else that comes up. There's loads of different pick a card readings. Have a look at those. So it's bye from me and the lovely Valentine, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.